Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a brand new video on Marvel Contest of Champions. This video is all about the best buys for different people, different types of players in the Infinity Dust store. So as you can see, I've got 4.2 million. What am I planning to do with all that Infinity Dust? Where am I planning to spend? At the same time, what looks like a good buy for players? And yeah, like I said, if you're just starting off the game, you're kind of wondering, hey, I've got a few bits of dust to my name. What do I want to spend them on? The store itself has so many different prospects for people depending on what their motivation is, whether or not they want to get more champions or they want to get more resources to rank up said champions. There's even things like boosts available, so there's like an attack boost, an attack and health boost, and a health boost separately. So if you're finding some content incredibly difficult, then you can just have some boosts on, so you can get some boosts and then use them, especially like alliance wars and things like that. That could be quite handy for players at different walks of life in the game. That being said, what would I really recommend for different players? This will be difficult based on what progression route you are in the game, how much you can participate in the game. For example, if you get 3 stars more frequently, then you probably won't go for the 3 star. And the same thing with the 4 star as well, but you probably won't want to do that. However, though, for someone that may only be able to get about 1 million points, you may then have a choice on the matter and going, hey, I've just started the game, I've got 1 million points in Infinity Dust, what do? Do I rank up my 4 stars or do I shoot to get this other 4-star crystal, therefore increasing my roster? That thought process is yours. And the same thing also applies for someone that has a larger 4-star roster but maybe doesn't have 5s. You may then say, hey, I'd really like that champion awakened, and you may then shoot to get the 500,000 that you can get for a 4-star awakening gem, which isn't actually too bad. I myself will probably kind of go for the 5-star awakening gem and maybe the 4-star awakening gem because it's 500k, and at the same time I might get a tech, and that's what I really want next, is to get a tech and then shoot for getting the Infinity Wars version of Iron Man. But that may not be everybody's bag. Your bag may be completely different to that. And, you know, when I say bag, I mean like your own thing. I don't know, it's like a British saying to say your own bag. Anyway, whatever. The 5-star shards, I don't know if I overly recommend. If you're close to a 5-star basic being formed, you may opt for getting one of these in order to get you there. However, though, as soon as you kind of go up, it just becomes just ridiculous. So I'd say if you can get it through more organic means or natural means based on your grind, and you know that's a bit of an odd saying to say organic and natural, but I mean by doing things like alliance wars, by doing things like arenas, as well as if you get to dupe a 4-star, then that's a more of a natural way of getting those 5 stars rather than kind of losing this huge amount of Infinity Dust, which could be used to structure things with regards to your resources. So getting more tier 4 basics, and even though they're 400k, it's still quite good to get some. Now, okay, they do scale, that's the thing. So as soon as you get one, then after that point it does increase. So that is a bit disappointing, so you can't hoard these things. So it does mean that you'll have to kind of separate out different things to get. But like I said, for me and my own perspective, and we will be talking about what I'm up to in order to give people an idea, I'm going to be shooting for the 5-star awakening gem. My justification for getting this is based on the fact that I have a cosmic, and that's fine. I don't really need a mystic, but it leaves all the other classes that I'd really love a 5-star awakening gem for, in particular skill, because I really want to awaken my blade. It's been a long ass time since I got blade and I really want to awaken him. One thing to really mention is that your Infinity Dust should be an extension of what you're doing with your glory. So currently, like for myself, I've got about 1,200 glory, and my spend on that is going to be saved until a refresh. So do I want to then go to my Infinity Dust and say, hey, I'd like some more tier 4 basic, I'd like some more tier 1 alpha, and getting one of each, and therefore buying something else? That may be the thought process with that, because it is a lot to say 100,000, because you could get some other stuff. You could just say, right, well, I don't want to build too much tier 4 basic. I then want to spend on things like an attack boost, a champion boost, as well as a health boost, because I want to be better in alliance wars, or I want to do more difficult content in other places of the game. Summoners with low amount of champions should use this as an opportunity, whether or not to strengthen, as we said, one particular champion by the purchase of tier 4 basic catalysts, and as well tier 1 alphas, or do they want to expand their roster? Their decision really has to be reflected on what they want to achieve currently in the game. So in short, what are actually the best buys for different players? And, you know, tier 3... So the question is, what are definitely the best buys here? 4-star Awakening Gem does look like a good offer at 500k. You can only buy one of them, which I get. The next thing is the 4-star Hero Crystal. Not overly screaming out at me, I really need this. I think a lot of players that maybe want to expand their roster will go for this. That may have to be the thought process. Do I want to expand my roster? Do I go for the 4-star for that? The next thing is the 5-star Awakening Gem. Yes, 6.9 mil is really off-putting and really scary. I've justified the case of why I need it, and I think a lot of players will go for this. I've heard a lot of players going for this. I do rate the boost side of things. I think the boosts are a good idea and can fill up. Say if you've got leftover dust, can be really good to get, and just having the inventory so that when it comes to, say, more competitive alliance wars, especially higher rated players, it may go, hey, it'd be kind of good to have some of that, and that could be quite handy to then get through some more difficult content in general. The tier 1 alpha catalyst, I do rate it. I think it's good, but at the same time, it's because it scales. I'm not a massive fan of it. And in some cases, I would like to say that if there's something in here that is not represented in the Glory Store, then it is good to buy it. In the Glory Store, obviously, you can get tier 1 alpha catalysts, but if you need an extensive amount, which I don't personally need at the moment, I may just say no. But if I'm looking to kind of fill up about 80k, I may just buy it for the hell of it. The tier 2 alpha stuff, if you're really close and desperate to get more tier 2 alpha, it may be worth purchasing them, but only at that point. And if you're close, yeah, you've got to be close in order to get it, otherwise there's kind of 0 point to it. The next thing is the other stuff, like if you really need tier 3 basic catalyst and tier 3, you know, class catalyst crystal. I mean, not for me, I don't need it, but a lot of players may need it. If you need to fill up purchase, then you may look to buy these little things here, but again, I don't think people are really interested in it. And then finally, tier 4 basic catalyst and tier 4 class catalyst crystal. The tier 4 basic catalyst, yes, I probably will be purchasing at least one of them, and as they're fully formed, where the one in the Glory Store is not. The next thing is the tier 4 class catalyst crystal. Yeah, I may do if I've got any leftover Infinity Dust, but I'm probably going to look to, you know, have about 10 mil at the end of it. So I'm kind of budgeting how much I'm spending, which will probably be get resources, get the 4-star Awakening Gem, get the 5-star Awakening Gem, and anything left over will be improving and ranking up materials for that. Nothing else. Except for I may, if I need to fill up extra purchase of 41,400, I will get the attack boost or the health boost. And anything else left over than that will probably just be like any of the little things here. But again, thought processes are, do I need to get more champions? Do I need to awaken said champions? And do I need to rank up said champions? 3 questions you really need to ask yourself about what you're doing at the moment with your roster. And then it should be fine. If you've done the calculations based on my video about how to get Infinity Dust, obviously link in the description, then you'll know how much you'll end the month off. Or just wait to the end of the month. Maybe on the 20th day, then go, hey, look, I'm just going to go and purchase some stuff and just have a little bit of a splurge in the store. That sounds dead wrong, but I mean like a kind of a blur, you know, either way, this sounds incredibly long. A shopping spree in the store. There we go. Got there in the end. Anyway, thanks so much for watching this video. It's been a video all about Infinity Dust and what you should buy or what is good to buy and the questions you have to ask yourself before purchasing. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe for more Contest of Champions based content, share it with a friend, and as always, I shall catch you on the flip side. Bye bye for now.